Good morning to those who listen. It's January 10th, 2026, 10:25 a.m. And I got an update on my mom. I put this post up in my church group that in Davenport. Last night, I told you in the last video that they took her to the ER, do x-rays on her head. Still haven't found anything out about that, but they kept her there, and in the morning, my mom called me and left me a couple messages just saying that she was in pain and fractured a bone. She didn't say what bone, but she might have to see a bone doctor. But then just a few minutes ago, my sister contacted me and said that she fractured her hip. And she might have to have surgery within 24 to 48 hours. And it's already been 24 hours already. So it's not good. We don't know where in her hip that it got fractured because different parts of the hip does different damage and has more severity in different places. But she was in a lot of pain, and yesterday when it happened, in the morning at 9:35. So it's been 25 hours right about now since it first happened, and they didn't do nothing right away, which makes me and my sister upset that they didn't even contact us at all. And then my mom called, and let me know. And then when I called, her back, she didn't answer, but she called me right back like 5 minutes after that and told me what happened. She fell on her back and hit her head on the floor. And she didn't think it was that big of a deal, but I told her, I said, you need to have that checked, have the doctors and the nurses check because, you could have a concussion or something. And she didn't think it was that serious, but she said the doctor checked her and everything, but I don't know if that happened or not. So I called in the afternoon and asked them, what was going on. And so they acted like they didn't know nothing. So I asked them to check on her, and they said that they were going to check on her. And then it was like an hour. It was like 6:30 at night before the nurse finally called me, and they acted like it just happened. Like not like like it just happened within an hour, and it happened like what uh, 9 hours before that or something. And he just said that we're monitoring her and everything, and maybe depending on what the doctor says, we might take her to the ER to get X-rays on her head. So then an hour after that, so it was like 7:30 at night now, and another person called me and said that they were going to take her to the ER for X-rays. And then she was there. She called. She took her phone with her, so she was calling me to let me know kind of what was going on. But she was kind of out of it too. So I don't know. They put her on some medicine that I guess sedate her a little bit more too. But I talked to her, all the way up until I think it was like 11 p.m. And they just said that they were keeping her overnight. There was no real update then. And then, this morning is when she left some messages. So they said that they might have to do surgery within 24 to 48 hours. It's already been 24 hours. So I don't know. They have to, for something like that, if it's especially if it's really serious, they need to do surgery right away. So just please pray for my mom. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. My sister talked to the doctor, and that was all I heard was that she might have to have surgery. She has a hip fracture. That's all we know pretty much right now. So please pray for my mom. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all the prayers. And I'm going to try to get some rest. I didn't get much sleep. So I'll keep you guys updated. God bless. Thank you.